Had been marching with a group known as the Mike Ramos Brigade. They're named for a man who was shot and killed in April during an encounter with Austin police. It started with a 911 call claiming Ramos was in a car holding a gun on a woman. After the shooting, investigators found he did not have a gun. This week, police released body camera footage showing the moments leading up to that deadly confrontation. Our Aaron Cargile found the video shows a tense situation escalating quickly.
So we'll go, I'll have my rifle out. Anybody else that's got rifles, we'll keep a good distance from them. Don't try to pin them in. If they got a gun, I don't want to do that.
At 6:36, 5 minutes after the 911 call, 8 officers met outside the Rosemont Apartments to discuss their plan.
Get your rifles ready.
At 6:40, officers pulled into the parking lot.
See your hands! Right now! Hands out!
After 30 seconds of instructions, Michael Ramos, without saying a word, began exiting the vehicle.
Michael Ramos, you're going to listen to everything we say.
Ramos stepped out of the car.
I want you to lift up your shirt from your shoulders. Turn around. Slowly turn around in a circle. Slowly turn around in a circle. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop. Michael Ramos. Michael Ramos. Michael Ramos. Hey, listen to me, man. Hey, relax. Relax, Michael. I need you to turn around for me.
At this point, Ramos places the car door between himself and most of the officers.
Turn around for me. I'll explain it in a second.
Ramos, keeping his hands up, then started yelling. Ramos then directly argued with the officers. Within seconds, things escalate.
I'm going to impact you.
Impact me for what?
Walk towards us. Comply with us. Comply with us. Back it. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Hey, do not move. Turn off the car. Turn off the car, Michael. Don't do it. Get out of the car. Michael, get out. Hey, get out. Leave. Stay on the ground. Do not leave.
In the exchange, Officer Mitchell Piper fired one less lethal round at Ramos, hitting him in the hip. Officer Christopher Taylor fired 3 rounds from his rifle as Michael Ramos drove off, killing him. For State of Texas, I'm Aaron Cargile.
After the video came out, I spoke with a professor at the University of Texas School of Law who's an expert on police and transparency. She said that releasing video like this can lead to community trust, but it can also bring new scrutiny that could have implications statewide. The police department has been quick to say that these redactions or edits do not affect the depiction of events presented in this video, but sometimes that might be a little hard to believe, especially if you are critical of the police or maybe there's mistrust already, correct?
I think it's certainly right that in an atmosphere of mistrust, in an atmosphere where there's sort of an increased tendency to take police accounts of their own activities with a grain of salt, that there's going to be predictably less trust, less willingness to sort of take police at their word. I do think it's important to say that there are some legitimate privacy interests that any governmental organization has to account for when they release public information. And so there absolutely are, at least, you know, in theory, in the law, legitimate reasons to redact video or other documents relating to a particular incident.
Do you expect there might be a larger conversation on the state level when state lawmakers come back to the legislative session in January?
Well, my understanding is that may in fact already have been in the works, that lawmakers who in the last session were behind efforts to repeal some of the limitations on transparency, some of the carve-outs from the Open Records Act. We're planning to again introduce legislation to do the same thing. What the scope of that will be very interesting to see, and what will happen in terms of the current political winds meeting the resistance to those changes that boiled up in the last legislative session will be very interesting to see as well.
I also spoke with the Freedom of Information Foundation of Texas. They have already started working with state lawmakers on legislation, not only surrounding transparency with law enforcement, but also emergencies, modern times, and open records responses. That could include the dead suspect loophole. Our investigative team has been digging into that for the past 2 years. You can see our reporting online now. Just click on the link to our Denied series with this story on your station's website. Keeping their distance, why officers are giving protesters more space, and why that could make it more difficult to keep people safe in the streets. And later, we look closer at the man gunned down during a protest for justice. What motivated him to march while carrying a rifle?